Now,
yeah, and I want to say something before. Robert, let me say something real quick before you change. About that fear too, because people always say, "Fire, it's impossible." They say it's impossible for a fighter to be afraid. That's absolute bullshit, man. Mike Tyson was the baddest motherfucker on the planet, and he admitted he was afraid before every fight he had. Okay, and fear is natural. That's a natural human emotion to be afraid. Okay, afraid of the outcome, afraid to be hurt, whatever. That's just the fact, you know. And that's like saying a killer, a person who killed people, he's hard. He can't be afraid. Get the fuck out of here. So I knew some of the toughest fucking gang leaders in the Midwest locked up with them, and these motherfuckers in there worried about going to prison. They scared about what's going to happen when they get transferred over here. What's going to happen to them? Like, I thought you were a killer. What are you afraid of me? No, people have that's a natural human emotion. Can't nobody shut off fear. You can front like you ain't afraid, but these fighters can get afraid too. But that's all. I just wanted to address that real quick, Lalo.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You know, the fact that you say it's a natural human emotion, just because you go out and do something, don't necessarily mean that you ain't afraid just because you did it. You know what I'm saying? You could be scared of the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You might find a mouse in your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, people ain't just going to go pick that motherfucker up. You might be scared to go get it or do whatever you got to do, but you go do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with that.
And that's what this Native American lady once said. She said, courage is doing what you know is right in the face of fear.
Yeah, okay. Overcoming fears.
Right. Yeah, overcoming fears, exactly. Yeah,
courage is overcoming your fears.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And see too. Now check this out. Now being on the subject of the value of a fighter. Now, no matter how good you are in a sport or how much you clown and coon in a sport or whatever, you still have to be a fan of that sport to even know what that person is in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Adrian Broner might appeal to some people in the hip-hop audience because he raps. You know, he's a rapper. He does videos and stuff. But to the average hip-hop listener, they don't know who Adrian Broner is as far as hip-hop goes. So I think that that's still kind of all of like an illusion thing. Now, when a casual fan is watching a fight and they see Adrian Broner, they might be a little more prone to watch him because he's doing something that they're used to seeing outside of boxing. But that don't make them a boxing fan. That ain't gonna make them go buy a ticket to a fight or to purchase a pay-per-view necessarily. It don't really work like that. Like, when who was that? Who was that coming to the ring with was that Adrian Broner on the May 5th card or the May 3rd card who came to the ring with a rapper? Was it Rick Ross or something?
Rick Ross. Yeah.
He came to the ring with Rick Ross, right?
It was Rick Ross.
It was Rick Ross. So it wasn't necessarily Broner. It was the fact that he came to the ring with Rick Ross. Now, if Sean Porter did that, or Keith Thurman did that, or Kell Brook did that, it would pretty much be the same result, right? Like, wouldn't it be, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be the same thing? Now, the fact that Adrian Broner raps makes him more prone to do something like that. But I don't think that, the girls who was in the bar watching the fight, they gonna go out trying to see a fight with Adrian Broner now. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I don't think that none of them left like going to go trying to see what the fuck Adrian Broner's doing next. You know, I just don't see it. I could be wrong.
I got a question. All right, and this is my question right here about just boxing in general. Now, why is it, and I want to test these double standards. Why is it that some fighters are good victories for some fighters and not other fighters? Like, how can that one particular guy be a bad win for another guy? You know what I mean? And shouldn't they? What's your opinion on that?
Ask again about the double standard.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah. Elaborate on that a little bit more, Zone. Like
what makes?
Give an example. Give an example.
Let me give an example. Why is it that Ricky Hatton was more of a valuable opponent for Floyd than Pacquiao? Why is it that Soto Karass is a more valuable opponent for Marcos Maidana than Keith Thurman? Why is Carlos Quintana a valuable opponent for Cotto and not Keith Thurman? So,
I think it's because it's hidden bias, okay, and people have everybody's biased to a degree, right? But what happens is people expose themselves as being biased when they come out making a strong stance for one thing, and then when a fighter they don't like does it, okay, then they change their stance, right? So this has been going on, especially in the WBC, for a long time. So if you got, Soto Karass, like I had somebody telling me, well, Maidana, I mean, look, he Soto Karass, he beat Josecito Lopez, yada yada. I said, okay, well, Keith Thurman beat Soto Karass as well, right? Well, Keith Thurman ain't fought nobody. Well, that doesn't make sense. You just said that Maidana beat Soto Karass, so you're giving Maidana credit for Soto Karass, but when Keith Thurman knocks out Soto Karass, it don't count no more. That's just bias, man. That's just people wanting to attempting to hide the fact that they bias for their favorite fighter. That's all that shit is, man. People they switch it up. 1 minute Guerrero is the mandatory for Floyd, and Floyd has to fight his mandatory. Now Keith Thurman's the mandatory, and now Floyd can do what he wants. He don't have to listen to the rules of boxing.
Hey, I got a good example, and I think Rollo gonna contest this. Rollo was talking with Boston Beach Alliance, and he brought up an excellent point when he said, "How come Soto Karass didn't get a fight with Mayweather when he beat Aidin and Berto, and Rollo Guerrero beat Aidin and Berto, and that was his path to getting the fight with Mayweather? When Soto Karass did it, he didn't get a fight with Mayweather." And that, to me, that was like a perfect point. Soto Karass did the same thing, the same exact path that Guerrero did, and he did not get a fight with Floyd Mayweather.
And did it better. And did it better.
And did it better. And did it in a better fashion. Yeah, so, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But go ahead, Don. You can elaborate on it.
Well, I really want to hear what JT got to say in this instance, because when it comes down to double standards, a lot of people that are Floyd fans really have a double standard. And I just want to hear from a Floyd fan because I don't want to speculate. And I want to hear from somebody who has used these same double standards in their videos. So I want to hear what JT got to say about this. This guy. All right, man. Between Quintana, between Ricky Hatton, you said Quintana, Ricky Hatton, and someone else, or Soto Karass. Soto Karass got, 10, 11 losses, you know what I mean? You're not going to get much credit beating a guy like Soto Karass. That's just the bottom line, because basically he's a journeyman, man. Then you got Quintana. He got knocked out by Berto. He got knocked out by Cotto. He got knocked out by Paul Williams. I mean, then he gets knocked out by Keith Thurman. I mean, these guys all got histories of being knocked out. He was undefeated. Then Pacquiao, in the next fight, Pacquiao takes the fight and knocks him out. He does a better job on him, okay? I mean, we all can admit that. But the fact of the matter is, Floyd knocked him out when he was undefeated. So that holds more weight. So let me get this straight. So you said, even though Pacquiao did it better, but because he did it better than Floyd, then the undefeated Ricky Hatton trumps Pacquiao knocking him out, which is a better performance. So you telling me you picking resume over performance in regards to comparing the manner of victory?
I mean, you can spin it any other way, man. You could say Floyd softened them up. You could say Pacquiao did a better job.
Now, what do you think? No, I'm not. I'm asking you. What do you said you think?
I think the knockout Floyd gave him took all his confidence away, man.
Okay.
So, and I also think that he fought the wrong fight against Pacquiao.
Gotcha. So Diego Chavez is an excellent win for Keith Thurman because Diego Chavez came in with a slew of knockouts, was undefeated, and it was mandatory.
That fight right there is Keith Thurman's best win, man.
Best win, okay. So I can see that. I can see that. That's his best win. But that was the game.
He was undefeated, and I know how tough he was a tough fighter. To me, he was spinning all around in that fight. And Keith Thurman showed that he was good with adversity, and he came back and he won the fight.
So that's somebody right there that he fought. So it ain't that all the people he fought is nobody. We establishing now that Diego Chavez is one good opponent that Keith Thurman fought, correct?
That's a very good win to me. That's a real good win. So I think Diego Chavez actually he can make noise if he get his head right. Because the whole fighting dirty. I heard he had a history of doing shit like that. So I feel like if he can get his mind right, I think he can be. He could probably make some noise, man. You never know.
So the Cotto victory was better for Pacquiao than it was for Mayweather because he did it first. When Cotto had less losses. And he outperformed him because he stopped him and beat him when he had less losses. So that's double. So that victory was double better than Mayweather. Pacquiao.
That's a really good victory for Pacquiao. Very good victory, but it comes with clouds around it because you fought him at a weight. Fight that catch weight.
Uh-oh. Stop. Hey, let him go. Let him. Hey, boxing talk. Let him go. Boxing talk. Let him go. Let him go.
He's coming off the worst beating of his career against Margarito. So it's hard to say, man. What y'all think? You tell me.
Ricky Hatton. Just making sure because you saying now, Cotto is a cloud over that one because of weight issues.
Okay.
Now, Wade and got beat down by Margarito.
Okay.
Okay, so I think.
Wait. Zone. Go back. Go. All right. Wait. You said Cotto came off. Now, Cotto didn't fight nobody in between Margarito and Pacquiao?
I'm not sure. Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Absolutely. Okay.
Did he fight in between?
Okay. All right. So you saying?
Did he? I don't know.
Okay. No. So it may even be irrelevant. So now let's go to another fight. What about Victor Ortiz? Victor Ortiz got knocked the fuck out by Marcos Maidana, and he had a draw with Lamont Peterson. And he had fight of the year with Andre Berto. So, based on what you said, the fight with Victor Ortiz shouldn't count for shit, right?
I mean, he won the WBC title though.
No.
Pacquiao fighting those guys coming off a loss.
Who came off a loss?
Fighting a guy coming off a win.
Who came off a loss?
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Who came off a loss?
Came off a loss that Pacquiao fought.
Yeah. Brandon Rios?
Rios came off a loss?
That was it.
Cotto came off a loss?
No, he didn't come off a loss.
Came off a loss?
Margarito didn't come off a loss either.
Who they fight?
Margarito fought some dude named Garcia.
In Mexico somewhere.
Yeah, because that was his comeback fight from that suspension. Yeah.
Brandon Rios was the only one coming off a loss, dog.
Yeah. What about Mosley?
Shane Mosley?
Yeah.
He was coming off his loss to Mayweather. You're absolutely right.
There we go. What about Hatton? You just said the only one was
Hatton had won two fights. Hadn't won two fights. He had beat Collazo and I think Juan Lazicano. Malinaji.
So I got a question for just everybody in general. I want to hear what Chef Means got to say about this. Now that we bringing up wins and losses, because that's what I was trying to basically get us to. Now, is a fighter more dangerous coming off a win or a loss? And why is it that wins and losses are important to some people, if it even is important to you in general? So, is coming off a win or a loss, is the fighter more dangerous? Is wins and losses important to you as a fan? Nate?
No, I don't care about that shit, man. Unless somebody, only time I care about somebody coming out with is if a fighter has been avoiding a guy, and then all of a sudden they want to fight him. Let's just say, for instance, if Keith Thurman goes out there and loses to Joe Blow, and then all of a sudden Floyd say, "Hey, get Keith Thurman." That's some bullshit to me, you know. But I don't care per se about guys coming off wins and losses, because in boxing, people lose, people win. That's just the nature. I mean, when you go into their thing, there's only two things gonna happen, or three things. Either you're gonna fucking win, you're gonna lose, or you're gonna have a draw. So that is what I don't care about coming off a win or loss. Because shit, Pacquiao fought Tim Bradley, and Tim Bradley was undefeated, multiple weight champion, one of the best resumes in current boxing right now. Pacquiao fought this man 2 times.